Hey, it's Crypto G from Blue Collar Crypto and now quicklearncrypto.com. All right. Um, I guess sidebar, non-crypto related. Um, when you get shitty news that tries to ruin your day? I know we've all had it. Um, well, I got some that tried to ruin our day, but no, it doesn't. Um, Sometimes when you get that shitty news, it hits you and you react. And usually that's when, your reaction is heightened and you use more emotion um, during that moment. Where most times it's better, and it's not an easy thing to do, but is to um, I guess reflect on it, especially if it's something that's not making you feel too good, and then respond to it in a better way instead of just reacting to it. There's one thing before I get into the stuff I want to cover today, because you know what, to be honest, I'm not, I didn't do this for a living. I haven't been doing this for a living. I'm doing it now and making a living. It's different, I guess, but it didn't come from this. So the things I've experienced and have gone through aren't in this computer space, isn't never happened to me on a desk in front of a laptop and camera, mic. No, this all came just about 3 or 4 years ago. But one thing that I went through, and this is, everyone's gone through their own battles and whatnot. And this is, I remember back when Maxina and I uh, were in like a one bedroom apartment, sharing the bedroom. And she was still so little then, too. And yeah, I remember those times, like we slept on a futon. It was crazy. And then yeah, I went through. It was a tough battle then, and I started reading when I climbed out of my hole, because everyone seems to dig their own hole when they go through their own growing process. And you know what? If I didn't go through those things and those hard times in life, I wouldn't be where we are now. I wouldn't have had the drive and grit to survive some of the things that I've been through. There was just a saying that I held on to, and I've said it to a lot of my friends and my athletes in the past when they've gone through some shit, but it goes like this. So it goes, we can't control the events that happen in our lives. All we can control is how we react. So react well. And I remember reading it over and over and over. And to some people it might make sense immediately, but when you're in a not a healthy mindset, or if you're in a really dark place, it's hard to read things and take positive things out of them, I guess you could say. But yeah, I got a lot out of that. It made sense, like shit happens to us, and we can't go around blaming whatever that event was. We can't control those things that happen. We could really only control how we react to it. What are we going to do now? You can't, just like when the lockdowns and COVID shut down our business, we owned a gym. We were closed for 18 months, out of the 2 years. So that's a long time. And then even some of those months that we were open, it was still with crazy restrictions, only 10 people at a time, 25 people at a time. When we were, over 17,000 square feet and we had 3,000 members, and you got to only have 25 in at a time. Anyways, I've been through it. I've been through those hard times. And so, anyways, when you get bad news, just remember it's all in how you react to it that can change your day. All right. So back to the show, blue collar crypto. Um, this segment normally is just for a secret crypto playbook, but I'm going to actually touch on something today about where we're at in the crypto space. Like, where are we when we keep talking about the bull run? We're in a bear market. What does that all mean? I'm going to show you on our chart. And then after that, I'm going to show you the cycle that we're going through, because right now, as everyone sees, Bitcoin is booming. It's freaking just soaring. And it's cooling off right now, but man, it has climbed. If you listen to our channel and follow us, you'd see all the updates that Bitcoin and just crypto in general is really, really flying. Like the altcoins, no, not yet, but they're coming, and I'm going to go over that too. But yeah, right now, if you guys were listening to us earlier and you guys bought some Bitcoin when you just started, and everyone sees those big Bitcoin numbers, like, oh, Bitcoin went, that I post when I say, oh, Bitcoin went from, 20,000 to, whatever, to 28,000. Everyone's like, there's a lot of people I know out there, because I was one of them, that think, wow, I don't have 22 to $28,000 to play this game. No, you don't need that. That's just how much the asset is going for. You can get a stake in this game for $100. You can get $100 of Bitcoin and buy it at 22,000. And then when it rides to 28,000, you make your asset, and your $100 makes money. It'll be higher than that. Does that make sense? That's easy way to do it. And if it cools off and tops out, you can sell it there and wait for it to dip down again, this time being able to buy more of that asset because you sold it off at 28,000, and now you're going to rebuy, hopefully, if it touches 22,000 or lower. And then if you keep doing that, that's how we call farming tokens. But if you keep doing that, you understand how that you accumulate more and more, as long as you're buying low and selling high. You can do that all in a range. Some of those trend lines and ranges that we talk about when we go sideways, those are all opportunities to just farm some tokens. But that's all in the course. It's in quicklearncrypto.com. And you'll also, if you join, you'll also have access to the secret crypto playbook, which most of these videos go on. And like the videos on blue collar crypto, because you're going to be watching this on blue collar crypto, they're all free. And it's not that you're not getting any good content. And I'm saying that I'm going on the quicklearncrypto.com for the secret crypto playbook portion. That portion is actually seeing where I'm actually going to deploy. And obviously that's a members only situation. What you learn on blue collar crypto is exactly how I find those spots. So I might not say exactly where, but you'll see that range. You'll see how I follow patterns and how I like to decide where I think the best places are for entry, where the best places are to sell, like to take profit and to set a stop loss. But yeah, we'll go into that, slowly. Again, everyone on here should be new to crypto, so I don't want to rush. And if you're watching this and you're like, already know how to do that, then go on someone else's channel. I don't need you here. I need the newbies. I need the people that have only $100 to try and create something from it, and hopefully turn it into $5,000, and then in the bull run it turns to $100,000. Who knows? Who knows what we can do? Blue collar crypto has their own degens. Yeah, we're all on here. All right. Hit that like if you're a degen for blue collar crypto. Hit that like if you own some Bitcoin. Hit that like if you plan on buying some Bitcoin. All right. I'm going to share my screen. So this is actually the current price of Bitcoin right here. And this is this little boom that everyone's talking about. All right. This is that little bullish movement we've had since the banking collapse. Everyone's been hedging to BTC. Yeah, they don't tell you that. That's exactly what's happening. But look at the similarity. Yes, there's a double top here. That's the last bull run we had. But can you see this similar pattern here? This is what a bull run and market cycle looks like. So a lot of people buy here because at this part, the thrill and euphoria, everyone's talking about it. This is when all the assets are, man, they're flying high. Bitcoin is soaring. Everyone's making money. No one, it turns to um like all the search engines, you'll just see how to buy Bitcoin, how to buy crypto, fly. Like you'll see those numbers soar. And you can track those and you can kind of see when retail investors are coming in. And it's not, I mean, we're retail investors, yeah, but it's one thing to be a newbie and you don't know what you're doing and just FOMOing in, or if you're a retail investor like us that are trying to trade with the elites, with the whales. You know, the goal is to be a shark, at least to come from nothing and to become a shark. But okay, back to this chart. So if you see this pattern and it came down into depression, and that's kind of where we are here. Look, and look at this little bump that we're experiencing right now. I believe that's the bump here. Get that next out. That's that bump here. And then we think it's going to have some down pattern, which is down here, disbelief again, and then the rise. And on our channel, and I believe that that rise is in 2024 during the next halving. We hear a lot of people talk that this bull run or a bull run is happening now, and that you know, this time is different. It's not. I got in the beginning of my crypto journey, I started following certain influencers and I got sucked into, you know, not going with what the charts are saying, you know, and that happens to everybody. You know, I like the charts. I trade off what the chart says and try to keep the emotion out of it. And then when you start listening to other influencers, you know, that you trust and that were correct on certain things and that have, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers, you think, you know, they should know, but no one really knows. You know, it crypto is you know, speculative asset. It's new and it's so volatile. It's tough to, no one really knows. The number one thing you can do in crypto is hodl. Just buy and hold on for dear life. And right now is that time. Like you don't need to, the trading that we do or that we cover is when you want to trade and increase your hodl position, increase your, just increase your chances on making your own generational wealth down the line. Like if you have a lot of money right now and you need a place to put it because you don't trust your bank, sure, investing in some of these assets that are right on the bottom or are still very low compared to where they're going to go in a year and a half, then yeah, you buy it, put it on a hard wallet, just wait it out. You know, if you can wait it out 10 years, that's, you'll be able to hedge against that little hard wallet for some good money, you know, for a good living. That's the plan. All right. So I think that's where we're at. I still think you have to wait for the halving in order for us to see the numbers that everyone's saying. Like everyone thinks, like you saw that we posted, but it's just because he was the former CTO, I believe, of Coinbase. But yeah, he was saying it was going to be $1 million in 90 days, which is in June. Of course, we'd all love to see it. You know, that's great for our space. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think so. I think the numbers and everything are going to follow the same way. I really believe it's going to follow the same, just like this. This is where we're at, exactly here. Then we're going to have a bit of a dip. Everyone's going to get washed out here. Again, people that bought are going to be like, oh, this isn't good. Crypto's bad. Crypto's bad. And then this is when all the institutions, all the whales, they're all going to buy here. And if you're setting long positions in this area and you can ride them all the way up, you know, again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just crypto and the way we do it. But yeah, some long positions there, not too high of leverage, and just let them sit. You know, realize though that when you do trade in futures, that you do have to compensate too for the daily price you pay in fees for keeping trades in. So when you set your take profits and your stop losses, keep those fees in mind. All right. Last thing I want to show you today. You see this? This is how the money flows. So right now, phase one, all the money's in Bitcoin. Then it's going to flow into Ethereum, and then it's going to flow into the large cap altcoins. Now, in the bull run, this phase happens often. It will go to Bitcoin, then the money will go to Ethereum, then it'll go to large cap alts. So that's just like the altcoins in the top whatever, top 30, top 40, top 50. And then the small cap alts are the ones underneath that. And they all have their phase, and then there'll be a huge correction. So you got to make sure you're taking profit. So basically, you would ride your Bitcoin trade, and then when it starts to slow down and you know it's going to fall into Ethereum, that's when you start moving your money, ride the Ethereum, move your money, spread it out, move your money. And that's a easy and good way. Okay, I say easy because the plan is written out for you right here, but it's not as easy if you're not charting, following following our channel. If you're not charting yourself, we want to do the charting for you. We're the ones that are going to let you know where are we moving our assets and where are we deploying, so this is the schedule. So right now we're still high on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is very, very high right now. Then it's going to move into Ethereum, and I think that's happening very soon. And then it'll move into the altcoins. Then back in the bull run, then it has a big correction, and then it starts over, right back into Bitcoin, right back into Ethereum. And that's why when you can see that pattern happening, it becomes easier to trade in the bull run. So the bull run's like really a year and a half, and feels like the bear market is like 3.5 or something like that. But it starts early. You just need to get in position. You need to get, and positions are still available right now. You can still get good positions because everything is still down, 70 to 90%. Solana is still down. It's in the 20s. I was buying Solana, I remember, at 214 and then selling it off at 300. Like, yeah, that was a bad, no. I mean, I bought Solana earlier than that, but I was still buying it at the bull run. That was a dip. That was a correction, and I bought it at 214. So, yeah. So that when you can ride the bull run and learn now on seeing these little, which I think this is a bull cycle inside of a bear market. If you can learn how to trade it now, and just even if you're not trading it, but see it, chart it, watch how it, follow it and see how the Bitcoin dominance changes, and see where Ethereum is in the market cap. But yeah, I just wanted to go over that. That's how the money cycle goes. All right, that's it. I'm gonna go on and do some charting for you know what? I'll chart actually. All right, I'll give Blue Collar Crypto some quick charting here. Okay, so this, when I was showing you, this is on the weekly. So right now you'll see that Bitcoin is still at 28. So when you look at it here, this is zoomed out, right? This is a zoomed out picture. If this was the last top, and we think that, Bitcoin's going to hit somewhere up here, right? 100,000. People are talking about $100,000 Bitcoin in the next bull run. If we're talking numbers that are up here, let's paint this picture right here. All right, if we're thinking somewhere there, you can even see this. Like, why not buy here? Why not buy there? You see that percentage? Imagine 10% or 10x, 10x from there. But this is what happens. All right. So this is what I showed you, right? So why not buy here? It makes sense. If this is where it was and way up here is where it was going, why wouldn't you buy here? It's because people see this chart. That's the week. This is the weekly. This is the 4 hour. This is where I like to trade. All right. So this is where I like to trade, the 4 hour chart. But if you're trying to tell people, oh, yeah, where should I buy Bitcoin? Just buy it. And they're like, oh, it's way up here though. Did you say I should buy it down here? Yeah, if you were day trading, then obviously we draw a trend line right here. This breaks here, then we know there's some downward action. You can easily draw another trend line right here. If it breaks here, then we know there's some upward action. So you can even see that it's cooling off there. Those would be my lines. So if I see if candles close down here, it's probably going to be downward action. Candles start closing up around here, it's probably going to be upward action. Look at me drawing that. Okay, perfect. All right, so everybody see that? And that's why it looks like it's not a good time to buy. But if you're an investor investing in the crypto space, when I showed you the weekly, oops. When I showed you the weekly, see there's those lines we just drew, but that was in the 4 hour. So that's happening down there. So remember, if you're new to the space, each one of these candles represents a week. Okay. That's why we're on the weekly. So weekly candles. I was just on 4 hour candles. So you were seeing price action. Each candle represented just 4 hours. Okay. So back to the weekly, it looks like a great time to buy because it's down here when we're up here and, again, wanting to break $100,000 Bitcoin in the next bull run. So of course, buying down here is a great time. This is the AI one that I like. This is new because literally it's new. So I still think anywhere in this area is a buy. Right here, and it's at under 50 cents at the moment. And AI is the new narrative in blue collar crypto's mind. Definitely something you'd want to look into. And then render. Render is, look at where it was here. And we know it's going to blow way up, past the last time. People think that, as some altcoins don't. We really believe Render will. Why? Because Render, the company, is used for places that do AI and places that are working on the metaverse, which is the future. This is where they render their software and their projects and then put it back onto their sites. Just like when this video you're watching right now, after we edit it and load it, it has to get rendered before we can, it has to be rendered before we can actually load it onto YouTube. So that cycle takes GPU power from our computers and takes time. And you could imagine if you're trying to render something as sophisticated as AI or even as the metaverse. So trying to put that AI now into a metaverse play. That's the future. So definitely those are the tokens we want to get into. Render is great because that is that company that will let you render offsite and then put it back on your project. And look where it is. This is definitely a buy. Like imagine this. Just to get back to where we were. Do you see that? Yeah, it's only 624%. Whatever. And it's telling you that was last bull run numbers. Who's to say it doesn't go to $20? So that $1.31. Another project, us at Blue Collar Crypto. We love that project. It's gonna do well. I actually got this project at the beginning down here, rode this, and then when it started to fall, I actually sold around here. I was new. I didn't know this was the collapse, but we definitely bought more when it was down here under this support line. I can show you something real quick too. If you look at this support, it usually takes 3 shots and you can break through. Under, it's still testing. It doesn't break. Way down, way down. Oh, it broke through. It's above. Now you can see that it's starting to hold its position here on the weekly. Okay, this daily candles. Totally different look. You're like, oh, that's the top? No, remember the top was way over here. Yeah. But because we're on daily candles, you don't see that. Look, it's way up here. And we're over here for render. There we go. So look, I've had this here if you were watching us before when we were making this trade down here. Boom. We took that trade. It was on a 4-hour candle. Let's watch it here. There's the trade our channel took. Right here. We drew that trend line. I said if this candle breaks, we're taking it. So it broke. We took the trade and then we rode it all the way up. Once it got comfortably out of that zone, that's when I told everyone to take profit. So again, that's daily trades we're making inside of these small 4-hour window candles. 4-hour windows on these candles. 4-hour window candles. You're here to hear first at Blue Collar Crypto, the 4-hour window candle. But yes, you see this, and it took that for it to break, and it stayed above. It's still above. So until it breaks 3 times, then would I think you would go short? I don't think we're there. I think we're still going to come down in price action, but I think we're just going to go sideways until the halving. And it's usually things start to change as the halving gets closer. I don't think it's like right, because it's hard to say when, what is it, 250,000 blocks? Where's the 200,000? Hit me up in the comments. I forget how many blocks it is for the halving. 250,000? It's on the course. I should look it up. See, that's the thing. I'm asking a question like that and it's on the course. So if you're doing the quicklearncrypto.com course, hit me up in the comments on how many blocks till the next halving. Everyone says 4 years, but that's just an average. It really is on either 200,000 or 250,000 blocks. First person to message that gets one of these Quick Learn Crypto hoodies. All right, Crypto Jazz, you keep an eye on that and make sure we know who answered that correctly first. And yes, you get a Quick Learn Crypto hoodie. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna finish charting. Now the rest I'm gonna do on Secret Crypto Playbook. And go from there. So, Crypto G for Blue Collar Crypto. I'll see you soon.